My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Vault of the Void. We're going to be continuing with the Daughter of the Void, doing the Sacrifice deck in Impossible mode. Opening a booster to begin with here. We have a Reload, a Soul Tax, Natural 20. That's some good access to vulnerability we don't typically have. Killing Blow could be pretty important early on for allowing us to push through some damage. Nice. Not half bad. Let's take a power draw. There we go. Weirdly, it was trying to give me the card that is on cooldown there. Void spawns with 1 less fury. The first card played each turn. Yes, costs 2 less. 10% HP on cycle. All right. Gain an upgrade point here. This isn't a super interactive map. Let's have a look at it. Yeah. So these two are mutually exclusive. I don't have the ability to get both of them. There's a Spirit Shield, Inconsequential, Build Up. Build Up? Okay, we can try and get some Death Strike into the base build. I like that. Gives us some ability to duplicate the effects of our power draws. Soul Tax afterwards. There's also a Cursed Item here. We're probably going to end up pathing into 2 shrines as well. That's a very, very late Disheveled Salesman and a very late Soul Collector. So that's where we're really going to pick up our value, is in those 2 spaces. Unfortunately, neither of these really contribute in either way to either of them. So let's just take the upgrade on a Grasp, or should we put it into Killing Blow right now? You know what? Let's put it into Killing Blow. We'll actually try and make Killing Blow a legitimate part of this deck for a little bit. Put the Killing Blow in there. Actually, I'm going to cut both opportunities because we're going to want to finish fights faster than the opportunities can finish fights right now. To put the vulnerability as well as the power draw in there. And then I'll cut 1 more Grasp, put a Reload into. So here's my proposed path. We're not going to actually go to that shrine because avoiding that shrine is so much more value. So this gives us 500 essence. It also gives us 3 souls. 500 essence, 3 souls? No, that's turning down a relic. Oh, actually, that shrine may be more important than I'm thinking. But over here, it's definitely that. We unfortunately do miss out on kneecaps. We miss out on soul tax and inconsequential, but we get everything else, avoiding 1 shrine and 1 late merchant and stonesmith and 1 treasure. It's a very, very value-rich path. We also get another very early upgrade here. Happy to see it. Getting the quick upgrade on those grasps is really dang important. That's how you really actually get out ahead. Use the vulnerability as well as the spell there for the 50% rage, so I have the ability to kill the throat cutter. There we go. Go for it again. I'm making sure that my my Soul Tithe stacks up a little bit here. Just trying to make sure that I have the ability to suddenly close the fight if I need to, especially because, yeah, there. Did I not have an upgraded Grasp in this deck? Oh no, I upgraded the Ryan. No, I upgraded something else instead. But you know what? We could have an upgraded Grasp in the deck right now. Natural 20 is also a really good upgrade early. Let's take it. Remember when I said we need to upgrade specifically that one thing? Ooh. Okay. So I've wanted to talk about this for a while. I'm not going to take too long to talk about it. I'll probably talk about it in a different character at a different point, using a different card as my example. However, there is a fundamental reality, I believe, in this game that 3 block cards that each say 6 and 1 block card that costs 3 but says 18 are light years apart in terms of their value. That is to say, if you put multiple cards together just straight up statistically put them together, right? So a 1 mana card that blocks for 6, another 1 mana card that blocks for 6, another 1 mana card that blocks for 6, and then compare that to a 3 mana card that blocks for 18. The fact that you only have to draw 1 card and expend 1 card, allowing you to purge the other ones, means that the joined version of them is significantly better. And for that reason, even when a large block card doesn't have a giant amount on it, it's worth a lot more than it looks like on first blush. I'm going to be taking Bolster. That said, we now need a Grasp upgrade. I do need the Bolster upgrade relatively soon as well, but we need damage too. Let's get the Bolster in the deck. After this fight, we'll also... I'm going to cut a Harness in for that. After this fight as well, we'll also probably pop in the Death Strike. Okay, so this Grasp would go to 18, giving it the ability to kill a Forsaken Puppy in a single attack. However, the Hellmongrel, 18, 11, 11, 22, 18, 40. We have lethal on it. Perfect. Single Harness Sin, full blocks next turn too. Spirit Shield is not actually great defense right now. Takes a while. I probably should have cut the Spirit Shield for the Bolster, at least for the first couple, maybe for the first 4 fights. Unless I found Gloomshroom. For the first 4 fights, unless we ran into Gloomshroom, in which case I need to put it back in. But it's too slow in Gloomshroom as well. Think about that later. Let's get back up to full energy next turn. Single Harness Sin left in hand. Okay, Bolster would already be enough by this turn. Yeah, I shouldn't just randomly hold on to cards I don't actually want to use. Cool. Double Grasp over there, and a Killing Blow for the end. There's the build-up, which will also pop into the deck. I think I'm going to cut another Grasp. There's a lot of time at the start of these fights that I cannot play those Grasps. So we have a Black Void Stone. There's nothing on this floor I definitely want to put the Black Void Stone into. We might be holding on to that one for a fairly long period of time. Much longer, ideally, than I would want to hold on to them, but it seems like it'd be apt here. For every 4 cards we play in a single turn, so natural 20, Grasp, Purge, Purge. Hold the Bolster. Okay. That's that Killing Blow sure could be multiply hit right now. Actually gonna use a Bolster and rage 50%. And yeah, deal 126 damage to the enemy. Okay, so that's why I thought that, okay, maybe there's some play in this whole Killing Blow kind of situation. As it turns out, definitely Death Strike is what really brings it out to shine. Death Strike. The key I may have been missing for many Daughter of the Void sacrifice runs so far, I believe, may be Death Strike. This is based on some off-camera play that I've been doing in my own time. I play this game a lot off-camera. Like, how many episodes do I have this series? 20-something right now? I have 127 hours in this game. So, yeah. Cannot dampen my enthusiasm for it. It's not possible to do. But I've been wondering about Killing Blow tech since I think episode 1. And now I'm really finding the positions where I can utilize it effectively. No, it doesn't stay in hand. We still use it. But we should harness Sin first. Shouldn't have purged both of those. I needed to keep a second harness in this turn. We got bailed out, but that doesn't mean I played correctly. Okay. So I have the ability to kill 2 of the targets on board right now. Which I'll take advantage of. Another 7 right there, which does require the bolster this turn. I'm going to build up. Purge 2 cards. Get that out there. We've got 2 Harness Sins left in the drawer, so we know we have the ability to full defend next turn, regardless. As long as I play one of these first, I'm full defended in only 2 cards. Or only 2 defensive cards, that is. That draws us 2 cards right there. Oh god, that Grasp not being able to get the kill right now is actually really bad. Okay, so we have 1 Harness Sin for the next turn as well. We do have our ability up. Thank heck we have our ability up right now. Let's immediately utilize that. Get 2 targets off of the field. Only 4 damage that I have to block next turn. It's my own Soul Tithe. And now we are starting to actually escape this fight. I'm not going to remove any Soul Tithe this turn. Intentionally. We have another Death Strike trigger in the deck as well as Bolster, so... Yeah, there's Bolster. Yeah, so wait. 1, 11, 11, 22, 33 total. Not enough. Purge, Bolster. It's not enough either. Wow. Did I just purge a defensive card there as well? Yeah, I did. I purged the Harness Sin. Ah! Gave up the perfect at the very end there for no reason whatsoever. I think I thought I was gonna get the kill. I don't know how in my head that wow. Wait, hang on. That erases a lot of pickups. It gets us back to the shrine, but it also means we can't go for both of those. It also means we skip a... I'm fine with skipping a merchant. We've got a disheveled salesman later on. Fine. Just because the tools in here are usually very, very fun. Yeah, 2 upgrade points, 1 soul, 152 essence. Definitely worth its while. My house, my rules. Use corruption to play cards at +1 cost. Corruption locked, cycle, expel. Cycle says for the rest of the turn, draw 1 whenever you play a card. This would fundamentally change the deck. So, how does the deck function after taking My House, My Rules? Well, if we were a corruption version of this deck, ooh, we have to find other ways to deal our damage suddenly, right? We got a lot of other things that we have to worry about. However, we aren't. We are the Soul Tide version of this deck, which means that we only really leverage corruption in the late game. And when we leverage corruption, we're doing so to try and end a late game fight. I still do it? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I would like to see at the absolute least. All right, let's do it. It takes me a while to commit to it because it's exciting and also deeply, deeply terrifying. Effectively, there should come a point in each fight where I can look at this and go, yes, if I play this now, I will win. And if I correctly identify that, I will win. And if I incorrectly identify that, I will die. Any questions? That bolster really desperately wants an upgrade, and it's only wanting it more every single time I move. I'm gonna upgrade a grasp anyway. So you hit a shrine here. I'm gonna go for the 500 essence and 3 souls because we are leaking value that we need in this late area. The discovery is better than the cycle of agony as far as I'm concerned. I don't really care about my corruption as a stat. Except for, you know, the thing that I just said that I care about it for. Let's manage the deck right now for a second because we actually do have a red void stone that could go into a grasp and just get us 50% rage when that grasp actually triggers multiple times over. And I mean, it's feeling like a good play. Upgraded reload, throwing a black void stone into that also doesn't feel like an awful play. I could legitimately probably black void stone into the killing blow. Try and have that be more significant of an ender for us, actually. Let's quickly take that out and then the spirit shield as well. Ooh. I can get 50% rage right now. It takes this up 14 to 42 damage by itself. That goes to the top of the deck. I could instantaneously draw that with Power Draw, guaranteeing that my next draw is still reasonable. If I use Killing Blow, Power Draw, and Grasp this turn, I go up to 2 Soul Tithe, which means that next turn a single Harness Sin at the start of the turn as an opener fully defends us. So I only have to hold 1. The only problem is if I throw that Killing Blow, the rest of my deck is not anywhere near as aggressive as that Killing Blow. So these units start to actually buff themselves. Specifically, they'll start to give themselves multi-strike, and I won't have the ability to really keep up with that. You know what I can do is just split these against different targets. Fine. Let's do that. I'll kill 2 targets on 1 turn, but not 1. Not right now, especially. Okay. Definitely Harness and natural 20. There's too much incoming damage this turn. Got a decently defensive draw. This is my proposal for how to deal with this. Reduction of 6 of the incoming damage. We still need a bolster to actually fully block with a single card this turn, though. We could find it. Yeah, 2 harnesses after this is still fine. Okay, never mind. We found the bolster. Let's throw the bolster, and they're going to clear all negative debuffs, which means that if I want to take advantage of the vulnerability, I do it right now against the sister in the middle. I'll follow it up with more of the same. And then we get to have fun. My house, my rules. I'm gonna build up over here. I'm gonna grasp over here. And then kill. I was making certain I counted the amount of corruption we were losing there because I was not gonna lose to that, but it's a good example of what we can do, albeit definitely not necessary in that fight in particular. That bolster really needs to be upgraded at this point. These grasps are actually probably going to live in the deck for a really long time if this is how we're going to be running the deck. And it is how we're running the deck, and so I guess it will be in here for a very long time. Zappy? Bruce. All right, well, at the absolute least against Bruce, we take the natural 20 out of the deck. It has no impact whatsoever in this fight. We'll put the Discovery in instead. Just go for the fight. Discarded keys. Wizard's Hat or Torch of Triumph. We end most of our turns on 0 energy. That's an extra energy every turn. Love it. Harness Sin next turn is going to be real bad. God, do I actually do it? Do I focus myself entirely around defending to this hit? Yep. Actually, I didn't even need to do that. I was going to be on 5 energy next turn anyway. I think heck, I drew another Harness Sin. Justify what I just did. Hopefully we get Bolster next turn. That yellow Void Stone's going to be really good. Pop that into Grasp. Okay, there's the Bolster. I actually may optionally choose to take damage here, because Grasp, Bolster, Killing Blow is a great turn. We only block 18, so we will have the 4 incoming, but we get 25% Rage. In fact, we'll actually use the Sacrifice first as well. So we get 50% Rage applied to this. It attacks 2 times, getting another 50% Rage, getting this with Death Strike and 100% Rage. It's too good of a turn to turn down. 1, Bolster, Killing Blow for 112. And that's 112 without vulnerability. That's not easy numbers. My House, My Rules could give us the kill, but it could also lose the game. Let's go. Okay. Discovery, Killing Blow, kill. Exact damage. Yeah, those moments are going to be really, really, really tense, and you could probably hear my heartbeat during that. Yowzers. Yeah, there's no alternative play around this for max value. All right. Corpse Beast, Unholy Beast gets stronger every single turn. We need to be quite quick in our fight, but thankfully we have the Killing Blow, we have the Rage, we have a bunch of things that will allow us to be as quick as that. That Band of Resilience gives us the ability to double play block cards, and honestly, we have a little bit of difficulty with our block. The Spell Shield isn't bad here either, because that is 12 block just for simply using our spell. Fractal Feather is a lot of block on some turns. Specifically, it's a lot of block on the turns that... Because it doesn't happen on multi-triggers, right? It's when you play a card that has the same name as a card you played. So it'll be quite effective when I am using the cycle at the very end, My House, My Rules. And at other points, it won't be as effective. I think I take the Band of Resilience here. Okay, we'll start out with Reload. God, how aggressive do we go? Very aggressive. Watch this for that. Okay, individual Harness Sin has to be played next turn. Extremely likely to draw it. I left the vulnerability out. I may kind of deserve to lose off of the back of that. I left the vulnerability out of the recreation of this deck. I can't play My House, My Rules this cycle. Yep, I deserve this. How do I fix it? I really hoped I was going to draw Bolster this turn, TBH. Rage up on that, then. God, someone has to. Bolster and Harness Sin. Block card is triggered twice as well. Ugh. Vulnerability just fundamentally would have changed the face of this fight. That bolster just gets double played next turn. Okay. So let's double up on bolster. Purge power draw. My house, my rules. Start to go. You're actually kidding me, right? I'm not going to be able to play either of them. Thank heck I can still play them next turn. And there was a next turn there for us to actually play those out, but good lord. Okay, Soul Collector, please. Book of Arcane Secrets. At the start of your turn, you'll gain an additional energy. There's also, when you start each fight, apply 2 weak to all enemies and delay block 10. That's really good. Sugar Rush. You start all fights with your energy at a maximum. That's also really good. 1 extra energy every single turn is pretty great. Especially because it doesn't cannibalize the ability of Overcharge to provide the same thing to us. Speaking of managing our deck, let's quickly do a little bit of that here. What's the other cut in response to that? Oh, we put the Discovery in, so it'll be Harness Sin going backwards. Okay. Kind of want to leave the sacrifice for the important turn. With the Killing Blade. 2, 3, purge. I'm going to leave that in hand. Yeah. My play a moment ago seems to indicate that I want to end this fight very, very early. And while I do, suddenly I feel like maybe I don't get to. 11. So take 14 damage off the board. That's worth something. Okay, so this Bolster is our double trigger. Then we get to use Killing Blow. Kill a target individually dead. Actually, purge these 2. I'll use Discovery to get Grasp, and then blow up the remainder. Voidmore. You get stronger as I purge cards. Deal 6 damage, empowered. Damage which is empowered will strike a number of times equal to your current energy. Your energy is then set to 0, and then if it's an opener, you also inflict 10 damage. Go for the Voidmore. Definitely start out with the natural 20 in the power draw here. They're all way around that. Let's power draw again. Actually, I'm going to harness in Grasp. Because now that Grasp remaining in hand is actually a very good source of block for the following turn. Wow, this is a very undefended turn, though. But is it going to be a problem? We get the Rage. And we kill him. See? Killing Blow is good, as it turns out. After you play your second... Oh my god, if I could only get... Red Void Stones will grant an additional Rage 25%, and then also after you play your second turn card into turn, Rage 50%. If I could get both of those, that would be ridiculous. At the end of each combat, you'll gain an additional 20 Essence. So that is 5 combats to get 100 Essence, which means that I need 26 and 1/4 combats until this is worth the amount of money I'm currently being charged for it. And that doesn't happen. You do not have 26 more combats left in the run. Gosh, if only I could take the Rage off. Gosh, it'd be ridiculous. Okay. Well, I need to worry a little about how much draw I'm doing right now because of this enemy, and I've also got to worry a little about... Hang on. What is your response to specifically? Will inflict Banes and will deal damage off of the cards drawn. So you don't... You specifically trigger off of Banes, right? You do not trigger off of Dazes. Because if you trigger off of Dazes, I got a little bit of a problem here. I'm going to put the what I need into the deck so I have the ability to try and sift past them before they happen. Do-over actually doesn't seem awful. I'm going to put that in. First two cards are the two power draws. Actually, Reload also needs to get out of this deck right now. And I will replace Reload with, frankly, just another Grasp. Okay. All looks good to me. Each time you draw a card that isn't a void, you suffer 2. If you draw a Bane, you'll suffer an additional 2 damage. There we go. Okay, so it is that way. Killing the Congregation doesn't really help us that much. I also want to kind of leave the Killing Blow in hand until I have vulnerability. I'm going to Grasp, Harness... Build up, Purge, Harness Sin. Hold the Killing Blow for a remainder turn. Too early for that My House, My Rules right there. Play Harness Sin first. Purge that. Play the 20 as well. God, that's a lot of damage. That plus Do-Over plus doing it again might actually be lethal. You know what we really need access to? Recur. But I don't want to build a deck that's entirely... Oh, gosh. Well, suddenly damage. I mean, I guess I did double play it. I won't put myself to blame on that one. I'm definitely pivoting lethal right now. But yeah, I don't want to over-rely on the Killing Blow because... it sounds like a recipe for failure. Two upgrade points. Definitely. We will still have a look at the discard, because they're not bad, necessarily. They're just cards that I didn't think would necessarily fit for that fight. Purge or discard to sift one. Build up gives us overcharge as well. Those Harness Sins definitely don't want to be upgraded. We want to find other sources for that block. I'm very close to double-clicking Grasps. Fine. That's how close I am, apparently. Hey! It's here somewhere. Recur. Lose corruption equal to its cost. Upgrades to gain corruption equal to its cost. Death's Touch. Soul Tithe with Recur as well. Let's mark both of those on the map. Wow, those are actually the only two that I can currently see that I deeply care about. Isn't that wild? Yikes, this map, though. Well, I guess I know my path. Really? Yeah, I guess. That's what it looks like. You miss out on Death's Touch? I mean, I could give up this treasure and then loop around the top like that. So you give up a treasure, but we get two normal enemies, one of them holding a card that I actually do care about a fair bit. in Death's Touch. Then there's a merchant. I mean, the merchant is probably my last opportunity to spend any real money. That merchant actually probably should be on my path. It's probably more important than this treasure. We still have no slow access at all. Yikes. None of this is slow access either. Okay, we are heavily reliant on that merchant now. Far more than I would like to be, but that's how it sometimes goes. That reload probably ought to go back in the deck at this point. Got another grasp for it. Other than that, I feel we're kind of fine. Actually, let's take one more second here to look at the map. I'm not going to be able to look at the map proper. Death's Touch there. Malice. Enough suffering. Here's somewhere Strike with Blood. Okay. If I haven't found anything to put these Void Stones in by the time I get to that merchant, I'll just put them in anything. I'm holding on to them this entire time because I'm thinking there will be ultimately a payoff that is worth it. But at some point I have to say, yeah, I'm not seeing cards that are worth it. That's just not happening. I gotta go with what I have. Wait, so 18 amplifies by vulnerability to 27, which is literally enough to get the kill here. So I'm actually going to harness literally just to trigger the red flask and then just kill. Do I really need to kill you? No, because the incoming damage from you is going to be 4, and I'm also going to have 2 incoming damage from my own Soul Tithe, which means I have to play a block next turn regardless. So instead, I should probably kill the one that's inflicting Banes. Cool. That said, I probably don't want to get rid of the Soul Tithe, so I'm going to use a reload here. Then drop a Harness Sin and what I need. Cast another Harness Sin. We got 50% rage from this turn. I could give us even more. In fact, we could really go for it. We could actually really go for it. Is this deck garbage or awesome? It's one of them. And no one will tell me which. I can double cast that do-over. That's pretty exciting. It's back 2 attack cards for us. Killing Blow is going to be in the next hand too. Perfect. I leave myself with the Band of Resilience on 5. I should try and aim towards this at the end of each fight. I'm not always great about doing that, but I need to probably try a little bit more. Try a little harder rather than just saying I'm not good at it, you know? Reload's kind of overdue. Just really hoping for a secret room there. Oh, this one's so good though. At the start of your turn, take this value up by 1 when it reaches 4. All enemies suffer 2 vulnerable, 2 weak, and 2 slow. We have so little access to slow and so little access to weak that this feels kind of essential for helping us close out fights that manage to get to the 4th round. I was really hoping I'd have the ability to transmute that into souls for the sake of the upcoming Soul Collector. And I say upcoming, and I realize that it's the end of the act, but it was upcoming. Would have been nice. Exploding Bottle. How many fights is Exploding Bottle likely to be useful in? Is it useful for any of the elites this floor? Hag, no. The Knights aren't an elite fight. I think the King is, though. This might be our last good opportunity to actually utilize the Exploding Bottle. Oh my god. Okay, we can instantaneously kill a target. God, we actually might be able to instantaneously kill more than one. Wait. Hang on. So it's a 50-50, right? As to whether or not we can kill 2 targets this turn. 1. 2, we use Killing Blow to kill a target. We use Do-Over. Come on. We got built up. Yeah, I was looking for Killing Blow, obviously, but... The Grasp is still very close by itself. I mean, they're not going to be any less vulnerable next turn. I'm fine with this. They harness Sin first and then Grasp off to the side. Or maybe I want to try and get these 2 down on the same turn. This creature will kill itself, increasing all other creatures' frenzy by 1. Never mind. Not exactly keen on letting them do that. Harness into... What would I be discovering here? Honestly, probably Bolster to hold for next turn. The 30 incoming really sucks, but I'm gonna use Bolster. Harness Sin. I will sacrifice. Okay, perfect. What are you trying to do? Hide? Trying to get evasive to... I mean, look, killing any of these will end our problems right now. So it's 24, triggers +1 times for another 24, both of those vulnerable, and then triggers another time for Death Strike? Oh, no, it only triggers 2 times. Right. So then this will be 24, 36 damage by itself, so I can get 2 targets very close to lethal, or I can kill 1. I should kill 1. It probably should have been a kill against one of the targets that was dealing damage, though. I'll play this safe. Well, there's my house, my rules. If I wanted to stop playing safe, it'd be right now. Fine. 2, 3, 4, 5. Got him. When do I actually get to upgrade that Death Touch, right? We got 2 spaces out here. One of those ideally probably upgrades the Tier. Bolster's already upgraded. What I need doesn't necessarily need an upgrade, but I kind of want one. Because then I'll sift past that void, because I'm not actually going to remove the void at the shrine. Yep, here's the king. Come on, spawn with 2 courtesans. Come on. Do it. Oh, come on, that's the worst. It's exactly the opposite of what I wanted. What? Okay, yikes. We should try and get Bolster into hand here. Well. Tell you what really didn't happen there. I'm gonna use what I need to try and get to Bolster more easily here. I'm gonna leave Discovery and Bolster both in the deck. My House, My Rules doesn't need to be in this cycle. Get rid of 2 grasps as well, actually. Not even going to use that. Okay, we're fine. I discovery a bolster, use Harness in, I double up on that bolster. That's going to be a really good grasp next turn. Going to be using it to help defend myself. Okay. Lost Spirit down. King down as well? Yeah. Knocked him down like a house of cards. Checkmate. Alright, Merchant, what do you got? God, that sure is it's here somewhere, isn't it? But that's up against a Crippling Blow. And Crippling Blow actually says slow on it. And other than that, we literally just have a relic, artifact again, that says slow on it. I think I need Crippling Blow. I don't like that's the case, but I think I do need it. That it's here somewhere is just slightly out of our reach. Like one more perfect fight. Yes, I know that I flubbed perfect specifically early on. Let's not think about that right now. But one less flubbed perfect and we would have that upgraded. I don't want it if it's not upgraded right now because I do have the ability to get and upgrade one later on this path. I'm collecting the souls for the Soul Collector, obviously. Going back to a deck manager, we now have the purple Void Stone. Hey, we just went past the Merchant, didn't we? That's the thing that I said was the final trigger for whether or not we change the deck in a significant fashion here. Or rather, utilize the rest of our Void Stones. Power Draw is actually totally fine to go back in as well. I think I actually like Killing Blow as our finisher. I'm gonna give it a Void Stone. Dupe yourself so I can play 2 of you on the same turn. I could give Reload an extra card's worth of reach. Sure. That could matter. It's the Hag. Okay. So we have to kill her in very few attack cards or in a single turn. Thankfully, this deck is very good at killing a target in a single turn. Boots of Quickness a lot of the time would give us the ability to block the blocks that we can't block. We already have access to vulnerability. Sure, I'll take it. Sometimes we just need a very small block amount. That bolster is already here. Yeah, suffer 6 threat, so I can power draw and then harness to just effectively allow me to draw here. That's not an attack. How do I want to go about this, actually? I think that's how I do it. I think we actually just like foot on the foot on the gas, go for the pedal to the metal, kill the enemy, you know? I think that's the world in which we exist right now. Pop a natural 20 out there. $29. Do-over recurs random, though. fine. Killing Blow's still left in the deck. No sources of Deathstrike, though. Fortunately, we didn't even draw Killing Blow. Oh, never mind, we're fine. Whew. Good fight. I'm pretty pleased with that one, actually. Whoa, okay, hang on. Rage 50% is huge, but we could just recur a card. I want to cool down at 4. Is that more? Right, it's a cooldown of 4 versus a cooldown of 3. This is rage 50%. Rage 50%. Like, we have single turns that we go off. We're about to put another a second recur card in the deck, and we're about to upgrade another card in the deck that says recur. It's not return. We'll sit on what we currently have, thank you. I mean, I could have purchased return there and then just possibly utilized it later. Beast of Malice. That's fine, we're pretty fast. Cultist Ward is interesting. For each Bane or Daze you suffer, delay block 4. So I'd be able to give myself Banes and Dazes there. Every time you kill a non-minion enemy, your spell's cooldown will be reset. Unfortunately, there aren't that many non-minion enemies left. There's like 3 in this fight, 3 in this fight, 3 in this fight, 3 in this fight, and then all of the rest of them are minion enemy. Well, actually, are they? No, hang on. The Guardians can have non-minion enemies. Not all of them do, mind, but they can. We have the Puppeteer. We have the Queen. Okay, I don't think we have that many minion enemies left at all. Dead Man's Drop is just probably the best choice for us right now. Crippling Blow looks great right now. Like just a natural 20 Crippling Blow turn. Also throw a build up in there. Build up, natural 20. Crippling Blow. Hold on to the boss of this turn, giving us the ability to get to 2 Deathstrike for the possibility of playing a 2 cost with it. Alternatively, I could just have a really tame turn there. Okay. Well, tame time is over. So use a discovery to get a grasp in hand. Goes the Harness Sin, and then Killing Blow. Killing Blow. Yeah, Killing Blow is a really good card. I underestimated it way too much beforehand. Oh god, okay, hang on. We did get in the deck manager finally a rig. Wait, I had a point. Yeah, the rig goes on the natural 20. Right? Yeah, the fix is in. The fix is in. The redoubtable beast is Pegasus Pills. We'll buy him a patch in the Tuscany Hills. Where the Vino de Vici will flow like a river in spring. Hold that bolster for next turn. Ideally get one more block card as well. So let's use Power Draw as well. Not what I wanted. It's fine though, and get back to 5 energy. On. Nice. We did get a single block card first, which gives us the ability to Harness Sin and then double up the bolster play. Oh my god, that's 54 by itself right now, that grasp. Don't do it yet. But we're real close to winning. I'm gonna hold. don't love that draw. Yeah, that wasn't great. Use the discovery to fish out a build up. You're going to self-destruct this turn. So many Banes and Dazes, so... Ouch. Just need to get some defense out there. Also prevents a respawn that turn, you know? 2 over Crippling Blow. I mean, it's Harness in Crippling Blow right now if I just want to play safe, or as safe as I can. Do-Over does give us a random non-weakness. That could be a defensive card. I mean, it could have been. Sadly, it just wasn't. Is this our last elite? It's not our last. Wait, it is our last elite. Okay. Well, this could be a lot worse, and I'd feel more threatened if this wasn't our last elite, but it is, so we're fine. Ish. Okay, only after this one more fight's time until we get to see what it's all about in terms of this run, in terms of our artifacts. I think, again, I'm okay with this. We need Death's Touch, actually, in the deck. I didn't know that I hadn't put that in yet. My House, My Rules is really not part of our play yet. We need the fights to be longer before it becomes part of our play. God, this is the fight it would have been as well. As soon as I took it out and clicked the start button, I was like, hang on. Hold just a second there, Rhapsody. Isn't this exactly what you're asking for? Oh. Okay. Let's go Discovery. Some damage out on the field. Leave myself the Rage and Death Strike for an upcoming turn. And we'll start out with Harness Sin, and God, I will go with Power Draw first, I think. Don't love the incoming damage, but there's a bolster at the least that we get to hold on to. Let's recur a specific card here, getting back Grasp. Use that to get a kill, and hold on to the bolster again for the next turn. Still got a significant amount of incoming damage, despite having destroyed an attacker there. Okay, we can easily bolster. Then we need 3 energy for the rest of the turn, so Purge, Purge... 1. Oh, that was the Death Strike we just missed out on. Oops, again. Do-Over could get us something defensive. Kind of has to right now. when I said has to, it's not that like it is obliged to, it's that it would have to if I wanted to feel safe. Should have purged that card. We already just had the other trigger go off. Okay. I like all of those. Killing blow back. Purge these two and kill. Seems good to me. Alright, one last combat and we get to our Soul Collector. Come on. God, do I use the health potion here just in case? I'm worried. That bolster can be played next turn still. Recur that build up. Get another Death's Touch out there. And get rid of the what I need. Alright, so we're gonna have 4 stacks of Death Strike here. It's pretty good. $128, and then that'd give us the extra rage for the next attack. Cool. 1, 2. Good daisies. Really locked me out of this turn. I'd love to play that, but can't really capitalize on it right now. We want at least another attack card in hand before doing that. Yikes. Why did the enemy decide to pivot into doing 100% damage that turn? Why did they have to do that? Purge this time. Ouch. Okay. Should probably do over after reload. And get rid of those harnessins and the overcharge grasp. Our cycle gets us the HP back. I may need that natural 20. God, I really didn't want to drop do-over. I wanted to do like grasp, do-over, grasp or some such. Maybe Killing Blow is just too expensive and we don't use that. Okay, so we got our rage out of this turn as well already. Let's use Discovery to pull out Killing Blow. We now have the ability to kill 2 targets off with that. $36 and return a card, sure. And it is the Killing Blow. Okay, we have a guaranteed kill next turn as well. Forgot about the daisies. Straight to the top of the deck. Yeah, I'm glad I used my health before coming in here, because, yikes. I mean, Death's Touch needs the upgrade for the extra recur. We'll upgrade the gain. What I need is actually kind of like ridiculously not useful right here, right now. That My House, My Rules probably comes back into the deck at around this point as well. Oh, our defense is so bad. Not like our corruption is ridiculous either. Come on, Soul Collector, save us. On the Season Gear, gain corruption at the end of the turn equal to your leftover energy. We don't typically have that much of that. First card containing a green void stone played each turn will be returned to the top of the deck, and you'll overcharge 1. That affects so far just natural 20. Viewing your deck during battle will show the correct ordering of cards. We both know I won't use that correctly. Unseizing gives us some corruption, which we can then try and parlay into more damage with the My House, My Rules later on, I guess. And I'll take a black void stone. Honestly, where do you even go? Probably in the build-up. That seems about right to me. Come on, double courtesan. All right, I'm never going to ask for that again because clearly that corrupts it somehow. Every time I've asked for that, I've immediately been harshly denied. There you go. Got the wizard hat to go off, getting myself a second overcharge. Yeah, My House, My Rules is way too early here. I could harness Sin first. No, but if I use the grasp, I'm probably fine anyway. Fine. I'll use Discovery, get the bolster, double up on the bolster. Kill a target. I didn't want to double up a non-bolster card right there. Speaking of bolster. There it is. Okay, let's go. Build up. Yeah, 120. Okay, we already have a kill on that target. Build up, and then I just go 1-2, kill those two, leave the Unholy King on the field. The best reduction of incoming damage I had access to. Oh my god. You want to know what I just realized? I know I've been doing this the whole time. I just realized where those dazes are coming from. I thought it every time. I was like, wow, isn't it wild the enemy is using a thing that puts that many dazes on top of my deck? How many enemies have that? I've never seen it before. Oh, that kind of thing, right? Yeah, as it turns out, I was putting them there the whole time. It was always me. my bad. My bad. Hey, I guess what? That's the reason that we want what I need in the deck, right? The ability to discard those beforehand. Actually, you know what? What I need's role is actually kind of overperformed by Reload right now. Because Reload gets rid of all 4 of those dazes for 0 energy. And doesn't remove any Soul Tithe, which I typically don't want removed. That's, that build up could be an upgrade, but it's here somewhere, almost certainly. We need that corruption to actually stack high. Well, I'm now actually pretty scared about my HP positioning. I think I need the draw potion here. Stop using the Killing Blow, Raps. The Killing Blow kills you. I'm gonna build up in hand so I can start building my Soul Tithe. Actually, we could... Don't worry, I'm just kidding with you. We could, though. Hang on. We actually legitimately can. We only put one atop the deck. Significantly reduces the incoming damage. We literally just have our 10 Soul Tithe to worry about now. We can reduce 2 of that next turn with the sacrifice, as well as try and take out the second Nightmare Steed. Yeah, this is totally viable. We sacrifice, we harness Sin, then we grasp. Actually, I'll reload first. Crippling Blow could be important. 2 over my house, my rules can get rid of. And grasp. And harness Sin. Okay, Crippling Blow, I'll hold. Go for the grasp on that side. Use Death's Touch to pull back 2 cards, and then we have to discard one of them. I pull back Killing Blow and harness. I drop the harness. I purge the thing, and then I use Killing Blow for the kill. We again get 1 daze to the top of the deck. We again have some Soul Tithe we have to worry about going upwards. But also again, we kill the minion. The fact that this deck is suddenly performing really well with that mechanic being kept in mind means that the worst part of this deck is the bit that sits between the keyboard and the chair and the microphone, as the case may be. What it means is I built a deck that's better than I know how to play it. That's what it means. Okay, let's get through that power draw. All right, bolster. You're not all I need this turn, but you're damn close. Okay, drop the crippling blow as well, and then, oh my god, we got to that. So let's go build up. Build up. Crippling, purge, crippling. That's the win. A booster pack, Void Stones, or 25 max HP. Maybe it's just Void Stones here. Okay, so another card becomes rigged, and another card gets a Black Void Stone. Okay. Well... there's some part of me that actually just wants to put another Black Void Stone on bolster, then generate 8 energy on the turn that I want to use it. It's a not insignificant part of me as well. I could also just see throwing it in a grasp. Just for excess damage. Yep. We'll do that then. I kind of even want to put the green Void Stone on my house, my rules, and that's not to play it in the first cycle, but it's to play it at the start of the second cycle. I think these enemies are probably going to have more HP than I can do that with, though. Can we really play it at the start of the second cycle? How quick do I get corruption? Quick enough. All right, let's get nutty with it. There's also enough suffering, expel, or weakness. There's a world in which we save that for the turn that we're about to bomb the enemy, but no, let's sit with this. Each time your discard is reshuffled, heal 10%. Death Knight's going to be really hard because we have block cards we have to play. First card played each turn costs 2 less, gives us the ability to hold more energy, gives us more from the Unceasing Gear. Spider Nest seems like a reasonable choice for us here. And Void Swamps with 1 less Frenzy, so they're slower. We'll start off with the Void Spiders. High Frenzy creatures that get weaker the more you attack them. Even if you kill them all at once, the Unending Swarm can still have more reinforcements in store for you. I feel like this is where the Potion of Stealth is going to be necessary as well. Okay, so Endless Swarm. The creature loses 1 frenzy each time there's the target of an attack card to a minimum of 1. Additionally, it will gain 1 frenzy at the start of our turn. Okay. Oh god, do I do this? Just try and kill 2 of them on turn 1. Is that really a good idea? I mean, my second turn... Yeah? Alright. We'll do it. Yeah, the killing blow is going to be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can just play Harness Sin at the start of the next turn if I really need to defend myself. Okay, well, we learned why you don't do what I just did. I now have to purge that Harness Sin and hope that I draw Bolster. Because otherwise... that's a lot of damage. Well, oh, God. Wait a second. Wait, never mind, we're fine. Sorry, I thought that was going to be challenging. That second draw was actually like 100% what we needed if we were going to live through that. I haven't fought that enemy many times. I think I need to be a bit more wary of them. Yeah, we don't have that much slow in the deck, so this seems pretty dang reasonable. Hey, speaking of pretty dang reasonable, another red Voidstone. We really want to pop into something here. Bolster is often played right before I kill the enemy. And even if it isn't, it deserves a Voidstone. Okay, now the Puppet Master is going to punish us for the amount of Banes I have in hand. So not the Dazes, thankfully. Just the Banes. Definitely going to use Crippling Blow this turn. Did I get rid of a Death Touch here? Gets back 2 cards and then discards 1. Yeah, I get rid of that here. Hell of a hand. We'll bolster. It's here somewhere to return bolster. Grasp for 72 damage. Don't mind if a 70 do. Leave ourselves for another bolster this turn. Cool. Pull that grasp out of the deck, and then double purge here. Yep, that's fine. I get 3 Banes atop the deck. Yep, that sucks, but we can see over here in the combat log what the hell happened that now enabled me to get rid of them before something happened there. Exit stage right. Expel the top card of the attack a number of times equal to its frenzy. There was some effect that just removed those 3 from the top of my deck, and I don't know what it was. But I was suspecting that choking 17 damage in order to get that close to lethal was going to be worth it for us in the long run. A view which I stand by. I hope that the reason that we are as deep in this run as we are is because I figured out what to do. But I don't feel like I did. All right, Void. Let's dance. Perfect opening turn right here. Oh, crippling blow before the natural 20. I want to save energy. Let's get that 5 corruption from the end of the turn using the unceasing gear there. Keep nothing sacred. Death touch first, definitely. Return. Do I really want to return crippling blow? Yep. And I mean, I'm gonna return natural 20. Discard the void. Build up. Build up. Natural 20 crippling blow. It's here somewhere to return. Anything? I'm gonna turn Death's Touch, actually. We'll start this turn out with the bolster, though. Enemies casting Fury. The Discovery could... Ooh. Actually. Discovery gets Reload. Reload gets... Dang. Never mind. We found it. And unfortunately, we don't have Reload in hand anymore because we don't have the ability to return it with the Death Touch that I just got rid of. Because I thought it wasn't going to work. But... Okay. Fine, I think I just go for Grasp's damage right now. 1, 2, 3. Purge the Killing Blow. Hey, that's a lot of Soul Tithe I just put on myself. My House, My Rules is probably like 1 cycle away from lethal right now. I think we can live 1 more cycle. Optimistic news about that for you. Okay, I'm gonna Grasp. Then Do-Over, returning exactly that Grasp. Purge My House, My Rules. Natural 20, Grasp. Grasp again. I hold on to this one. Looking for defense next turn from it. Bolster would ideally be the best pair. Didn't find Bolster. That's fine. We have 1 more turn of damage incoming. I have to harness Sin and then Crippling Blow. I'm going to Purge the Grasp, looking for more energy. As well as to look further deep into the deck. Okay, the enemy is finally going for Fury. I think it's actually time. Bolster, it's here somewhere. Pulls out My House, My Rules. I'm going to build up 2 times. I'm going to use Death's Touch to return something to the hand. Actually return that and build up. And then a Void, because I'm just going to get rid of the Void immediately anyway. Why are we recurring another card now? Oh, I guess I double cast that. Huh. I didn't think that was going to happen. All right, the Grasp, the other Grasp. Drop the Power Draw. We use Build Up again, and then My House, My Rules, and then we kill. All right. Grasp. Grasp. Grasp again. Go for a Reload, finding our way to natural 20. Between you is in there. Go for a Grasp. Now we can use Build Up because we use a Death Strike card afterwards. Use Death Strike again after that. Nice. Oh, that doesn't count as a card in terms of cycling. Interesting, interesting. We're 8 short of the kill. If only there was some way... Oh, the enemy's dead. We did it. This is not only my fastest Daughter of the Void run in Impossible, it's also my fastest Soul Tithe run. Actually, maybe maybe there was another one, the single turn Void kill that was a bit faster because of the Siphon Blade, but this is probably my most involved Daughter of the Void quicker win. We'll master our final card here, Masochist. Having now mastered all of the cards for the Daughter of the Void, we are going to start looking at these things over here, the challenge coins. I outlaid them at the last episode, end of the last episode in particular, but they are going to give us some crazy modifiers to the run that will make it substantially different, as well as provide a challenge in order to get some achievement unlocks. I'm not that far from getting some serious achievement progress. In particular, there's one thing I can't do yet because it's only in the beta branch at the moment, but I believe it may have launched as of tonight. So we'll see. But other than that, yeah, pretty much all of the achievements are pretty eminently achievable for us. For the moment, though, my name has been Ryan. Rhapsody here on the internet. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.